forward that gives us a much better chance of victory. And it's a wonderful opportunity. It's a great event. And the first person that I'd like to introduce is Byron Mallott.
Thank you all so very much for being here. As I begin, I'd like to ask my wife Tony and my son Ben to join me. I found in each of our campaigns that family is at the core. My name is Byron Mallott, by the way. I want to begin by saying that while our campaigns, in terms of numbers, have never been very far apart, it is absolutely clear that that guy outshined me. I want to start with just a summary of my thinking and actions of the last several days. This campaign has been a year long for me. It's been longer than that for Bill Walker. But we're both on a journey for a better Alaska. As the campaign progressed, it became clear that we shared many aspirations and belief in Alaska in a very similar way. Over the course of the campaign, in many, many gatherings, venues, helped along, I might say, by the absence of Governor Parnell. In any of those, we forged a friendship. I came to trust and to believe that I was dealing with a man of integrity. We find ourselves where we are at largely because the differentiation between us was not marked in any way. Both of us had pledged. Bill Walker flew to Juneau last September to meet with me, and we spent several hours together. We both pledged that our campaigns would be positive. They would focus on our visions of the future of Alaska. There was nothing partisan in our respective campaigns that kept us from having the opportunity and the ability to talk to one another, to come to know one another, and to ultimately trust one another. And I think that's an example of the kind of Alaska we need to build in our public life. Very quickly share with you my version of events of the last several days. You're aware, some of you have been responsible for it, a lot of speculation recently about our respective campaigns and the general election. I have been in conversation with Bill Walker, and more recently with his team and members of my team. Late Friday afternoon, we came to the conclusion that we could go no further. We shook hands and left the place in which we met. But both of us said, we will continue to think about this. I actually went back to my campaign headquarters and said, we are moving forward. But this campaign is not about me. It is not about ultimately even my campaign. It is not about any individual or those who have been the collective in my campaign. I thought Friday evening, I thought back through every discussion that we'd had, every nuance, and I came to the firm conclusion that in a three-way race, I could not prevail, nor did I believe that Bill Walker could prevail. Having made that determination, in my heart I knew that I could not continue my campaign. But I was in a circumstance where I was the candidate, which I accepted with humility and high honor, of the Democratic Party going into the general election. Therefore, I called the chair of the Alaska Democratic Party. After a long discussion, the very same evening I called Bill Walker. And Saturday morning we began, with our respective advisors, a process which has led us to this announcement today. I could not have made the decision I have made if I did not come to know and trust and believe in the integrity of Bill Walker. I could not have come to the decision that I've taken if I did not know that our vision for Alaska was part of the problem in the campaign. They overlapped so much that there was little differentiation between us. I learned over the course of the campaign that this man spoke directly and honestly. And if he did not have an answer, he let you know. We were in gamble, and I have to admit to a weakness now and then. We shared the back end of a four-wheeler on our way to the airport, precariously balanced, and there was a moment where I thought, if I pushed him off, it might change it. I will not attribute the same thought to him. Last night, the Democratic Central Committee of Alaska voted 89-2 to allow me to join this unity ticket and pledge the party's support to the resultant campaign. Bill and I have spoken. This candidacy and our government will be one of a partnership. A partnership built on trust, built on confidence in our own capacities, our own experience, our own abilities, and informed powerfully by the vision that we share of Alaska's future. We have committed to writing the essence of that. I won't call it a platform, but it's a series of understandings that will guide us. It's all about, if you look at both of our campaigns and what we have said we stand for and will do, it is all of that. And we will work together to make it possible, and it will roll out as part of our campaign effort. I wanted to share that with you because much of this has taken place for me over just a very short period of time. My family, My son Ben, who is with me, my wife Tony, have been with me on this entire journey. My another son left with a brand new baby the other day, back to Juneau. Our ninth grandchild. And our son Anthony and his family, 3 grandchildren, flew up this weekend to spend time with us, and they are now back at work. I need to thank my family for their support and their dedication to this part of our collective journey. They know it, we live it. I want to thank the Democratic Party. I am humbled by the high honor that had been accorded me to be their nominee, and the action that they have taken to allow this journey into Alaska's future to continue. I want to thank Hollis French and Craig Fleener, because without their actions to withdraw their respective nominations, this could not have been possible. They are true Alaska leaders who have stepped up to serve, given up much, and will continue to serve Alaska. As I've said, but I need to thank him also. I thank Bill Walker for being a man of honor, integrity, and with whom I share a shared vision of the future of Alaska. His family, they are very much a part of his campaign. And I look forward to our 2 families merging both in campaign and in Alaska life. I'd like to thank my own campaign. As you might imagine, some of this has been difficult in terms of individuals, in terms of our collective vision, which has been altered. Campaigns are, as many of you know, intensely personal. And I just cannot thank Mary Halloran, my campaign manager, and all of the staff, volunteers, supporters who have been part of this journey. My gratitude is profound and will never be diminished. You have given me strength and the will to continue on this path that we shared together to Alaska's future. As candidate for Lieutenant Governor, I look forward to a strong, mutually supportive partnership with Bill Walker. We have discussed it. It is there. It is an unprecedented coming together of 2 campaigns. To help build the Alaska of our future. I am honored to be where I stand today. I ask those who have supported me throughout this campaign, throughout this journey, to continue to support me. I am grateful for the support of my family, grateful for the support of the Democratic Party, and grateful for the opportunity to move ahead. As an Alaskan native, but an Alaskan. And whether we have lived here for countless generations, or whether we have been here a week and share aspirations for a better Alaska for every single one of us, that is why I am doing what I am doing. I thank you so much for being here. I look forward to a vigorous, positive, and energized campaign. Thank you all so much.